Hey, what's up everyone? This is Ishan Kadaru, aka Push for Life, and welcome to the fourth and final part of this mini-series on me just introducing you to basic modular synthesis using Ableton Live 10, Ableton Push 2, and Reactor blocks. So in the first part, I showed you how to use the Reactor blocks West Coast DWG oscillator, which I have right here. In the second part, we added the low pass gate and we mapped them all to macros, obviously. In the third part, we added a ping pong delay and a reverb, all mapped to the macro of the group. And we played around with all different sounds. And as you could see, you can get some very strange and also beautiful sounds just using this small modular setup. And what we're going to do now is we could, record everything just using MIDI onto our track right here. But what I like to do is I like to record everything as raw audio, which I then continue to use and manipulate to my heart's content. And this tutorial is going to show you just how to do that. So right here we have, let me just rename this, our modular setup. What we're going to do now is we're going to create a new track. So I'm right clicking and inserting an audio track. And from there, what we're going to do is we're going to take the audio here from our modular track. So now when I click record, this audio track is going to record all of the audio output of our modular system, which is over here. So let me just set this up so we can see it. And what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and just play around and record some of the audio just so you can see how it works. So let me just actually put this over here for now. So I'm just going to hit record right here. And now let's put our modular setup over here and just starts recording some stuff. And as you can see, because we have this set to off, we can't hear this track, but you can see it's recording. So let me just record some. All right, so let me just move this over. Let me hit stop right here. And now I'm going to click on this, hit tab, and drag our audio over here. Go over here and click the back to arrangement button so we can actually hear our audio. Let me just switch that off, and here we go. So now we have some audio, some nice little things to work with. And we could do all kinds of things with this. We can, zoom in, and some of these parts where I opened up the low pass gate, I'm sure they'll work quite nicely. We could slice this up and maybe, loop it, for instance, and use it as a basis of like a sound effect. So let's just do that just as a little short example. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch off this grid right here. I'm pushing command number 4, and now I can click anywhere in this area. And I'm just going to zoom in. Let me just close this up. We don't need that right now. And let's take this. I'm going to select it by clicking in the lower half of the clip. And now I'm going to push Command E, and that's sliced it up. And what I can do now is I can click on this, hit the tab button, and actually I'll open up a new track. Let me just mute these two so we don't hear them. And I'm going to right click in here, and I'm going to crop the sample. Actually, in order to do that, I need to select it properly. So let's do just that. Let's see what it sounds like first before I crop it. All right, let's crop it up to there. So let's drag this over like this. Let's crop it. So now we just have this single sample and it's all ready to loop, and let's just see what we can do with that. So if I just play it like that, and then it'll start looping again. And now we have like a little ostinato type of figure that's just going to repeat. Now obviously I can tune it down. See what this sounds like. And let me just tune it back up for a moment. I could also add effects to this little audio loop, for instance. Let's just add a simple delay. And we can use our push. So open up the feedback. Gives it that extra bit of tail. We could do all kinds of things with it. Just get rid of that. So as you can see, we have this large chunk of audio. You could record, 10 minutes just of all kinds of crazy modular stuff, and you could go in and just slice it up and use these different parts as, you could make one-shots out of them, loops out of them. Yeah, so you can see there's lots of different things you could do with this type of audio. You could reverse it. You can add all kinds of crazy effects to it, run it through, guitar amps and get really, really crazy, tune it down. There's so much you can do with it. So this is a great way to get your own unique sounds that you created yourself, which I find just adds that extra bit of value to the sounds, if you know what I mean. Like if you just take stock samples that someone else created, that can be fun to do, but you work differently with sounds that you created yourself from scratch. So anyway, if you like, you can download a template with the modular setup that I created. It'll be the complete modular setup with the West Coast DWG oscillator, the West Coast low pass gate, the ping pong delay, and the reverb, all mapped to macro. So you can download that. The link should be below. And please, if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe, and also leave me a comment below of other stuff you'd like to see. If you'd like to get more in-depth into modular, for instance, more advanced topics, intermediate, or if you don't understand a thing that I just said and you need a real beginner's course, just let me know. And based on the feedback, I will create other tutorials for you guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and I hope that you gained something from watching this. All the best for now, and I shall see you all soon. Take care. Peace.